Most riders think that if a motorcycle still feels difficult after a few months, they're doing something wrong. They're not. In fact, one of the biggest surprises in motorcycling is this: the bike doesn't get easier just because more time passes. It gets easier when you stop doing the things that make riding harder than it needs to be. And those are two completely different things. A lot of riders believe experience alone will solve every problem. They think if they keep riding, one day everything will suddenly click. The slow speed turns will become smooth. Traffic won't feel stressful anymore. Corners will stop feeling intimidating. Sometimes that happens, but many times it doesn't. That's why you'll meet riders who have only been riding for 6 months, yet they look calm and comfortable every time they get on their bike. Then you'll meet riders who have been riding for 6 years and still get nervous every time they pull into a crowded parking lot or make a tight U turn. The difference usually isn't talent, it isn't age, it isn't even the motorcycle. It's the habits they built while learning. Good habits make riding feel easier. Bad habits make every ride feel like work. If your motorcycle still feels harder than you expected, if slow speed riding feels awkward, if corners never seem consistent, if traffic drains your energy, or if every ride leaves you mentally tired, stay with me, because the problem probably isn't what you think it is. And the last reason we'll cover is one that quietly holds back thousands of riders without them even realizing it. Let's get into it. Reason number one: the first reason your motorcycle still feels hard to ride is simple. You're trying to control everything. This is probably the most common mistake new riders make. When we're learning, we believe every movement of the motorcycle needs our full attention. We think good riders are constantly controlling every little thing, so we grip the handlebars harder. We tense our shoulders. We watch every movement of the front wheel. We think about every gear change, every clutch release, every tiny steering input. It feels like that's what control should look like. But that's not how motorcycles work. Motorcycles are designed to be stable. Once they're moving, they naturally want to stay balanced. The wheels act like spinning gyroscopes. The steering geometry helps the bike stay upright. The suspension absorbs bumps. The tires are designed to grip the road. In many situations, the motorcycle is actually helping you. The problem starts when you stop letting it. Imagine trying to hold a bicycle perfectly straight while someone else is trying to steer it at the same time. Everything becomes awkward. That's exactly what many riders do without realizing it. Instead of working with the motorcycle, they're fighting it. You see it everywhere. A rider grips the bars so tightly that every small bump shakes their arms. Another rider locks their elbows, making the steering feel heavy. Someone else keeps their shoulders stiff for the entire ride until their neck starts hurting. Then they think the motorcycle feels unstable. In reality, most of that unstable feeling is coming from their own body. The tighter you become, the less smoothly the motorcycle can move underneath you. The funny part is that many riders don't even notice they're doing it. They're so focused on riding correctly that they accidentally create the very problems they're trying to avoid. Here's something worth trying. The next time you're riding on a straight road where it's safe, quickly check your hands. Ask yourself one simple question: am I holding the handlebars or am I squeezing them? There's a big difference. Your hands are there to guide the motorcycle, not wrestle it. The same goes for your shoulders. Every few minutes, ask yourself if they're relaxed. You'd be surprised how much tension builds up without you noticing. Good riders aren't always stronger. They're usually calmer. They let the motorcycle move naturally while giving it smooth, gentle inputs. That doesn't mean being lazy. It means being precise. Think about using a computer mouse. You don't slam it across the desk every time you move the cursor. Small movements are enough. Motorcycles respond the same way. Smooth inputs almost always produce smooth results. Sudden, aggressive movements usually create new problems. Many riders spend months trying to improve their balance when what they really need is to relax. Once they do, the motorcycle suddenly feels lighter. Turning becomes easier. Braking becomes smoother. Even shifting gears feels more natural. Nothing about the motorcycle changed. The rider changed. And that's something we'll come back to later, because another mistake many riders make is closely connected to this one. Reason number two. The second reason motorcycles still feel difficult is something almost every beginner does. You're looking too close to the bike. It feels completely natural. When we're nervous, our eyes automatically focus on whatever seems most important: the lane markings, the car directly ahead, the pothole, the front wheel, the controls. We think looking closer gives us more control, but it actually does the opposite. When your vision stays close, your brain has less time to prepare. Everything feels rushed. A corner suddenly feels tighter than it really is. Traffic feels faster. Every situation feels like it's happening all at once. Then your hands react late. You make sudden steering corrections. You brake harder than you planned. The ride starts feeling stressful. Now compare that to experienced riders. They're not always reacting faster. They're simply seeing things sooner. Instead of staring at the road 10 feet ahead, they're already looking much farther down the road. They're reading traffic before it reaches them. They're noticing brake lights several vehicles ahead. They're looking through the corner instead of at the pavement right in front of the bike. That extra time changes everything. Your brain becomes calmer because it isn't constantly being surprised. Your steering becomes smoother because you already know where you want the motorcycle to go. Your braking becomes softer because you're planning instead of reacting. This doesn't happen overnight. At first, looking farther ahead may actually feel uncomfortable. You might think you're missing important details. You're not. Your eyes can still notice what's close, but your main focus should stay farther ahead whenever possible. One simple habit can make a huge difference. Every few seconds, gently move your vision farther down the road. Ask yourself, what's happening next? Not just what's happening now. That small change gives your brain more time to work. And when your brain has more time, riding starts feeling surprisingly easier. But even riders who master both of these habits often run into another problem. It's a problem that makes them feel confident right up until something unexpected happens. Reason number 3. The third reason your motorcycle still feels hard to ride is because you're trying to build confidence instead of understanding. At first, those two things sound like the same goal. They're not. Confidence is how you feel. Understanding is what you know, and those don't always grow together. A lot of riders judge their progress by asking themselves one simple question: do I feel more comfortable than I did last month? That sounds reasonable. But comfort can fool you. Maybe you've ridden the same road to work 50 times. Maybe you know every traffic light, every speed bump, every corner, every place where traffic usually slows down. Eventually, that ride starts feeling easy. It's easy to believe you've become a much better rider. Maybe you have. But maybe you've just memorized that one route. The real test comes when something changes. You ride somewhere unfamiliar. The road surface is rough. A corner tightens more than you expected. You find loose gravel halfway through the turn. A driver suddenly pulls out without seeing you. That's when many riders realize they weren't relying on skill. They were relying on familiarity. Understanding works differently. Instead of asking, "That felt good," ask yourself why it felt good. Why did that corner go smoothly? Why was that stop controlled? Why did that lane change feel easy? If something felt awkward, ask that question too. Why did it happen? Were you looking too close? Did you brake too late? Did you rush your steering? Every ride teaches something if you're paying attention. The riders who improve the fastest aren't always who ride the most miles. They're the ones who stay curious. They don't just repeat rides. They learn from them. When you understand why the motorcycle behaves the way it does, unexpected situations stop feeling completely unexpected. You won't know exactly what's about to happen, but you'll know how to respond. That's what real confidence looks like. It comes from knowledge, not luck. And once you build that kind of confidence, it stays with you much longer. Reason number 4. The fourth reason motorcycles still feel difficult is because you're riding faster than your brain can process what's happening. Notice I didn't say faster than your skill. Those are two different things. You might have enough riding skill to handle a certain speed, but your brain may not be able to process everything happening around you at that speed. Think about riding on a road you know well. You've been there many times. You already know where the sharp corner is. You know which intersection usually has heavy traffic. You know where people often pull out of driveways. Your brain isn't working as hard because many of those patterns are already familiar. Now imagine riding somewhere completely new. Every curve is unknown. Every side road could have traffic. Every parked car might have someone opening a door. Every sign needs your attention. Your brain suddenly has hundreds of little decisions to make. That takes mental energy. This is why many riders feel exhausted after riding in a new city, even if they weren't riding very far. It's not just physical effort. It's mental effort. Your brain is working nonstop. Many riders mistake that feeling for fear. Sometimes it isn't fear at all. Sometimes your brain is simply overloaded. When that happens, everything starts feeling rushed. Corners seem tighter. Traffic feels more aggressive. Small mistakes become more likely. One of the smartest things you can do is slow down just enough to give your brain more time. Not because you're scared, because you're giving yourself more time to observe, more time to think, more time to make smooth decisions. Ask yourself one simple question. Can I clearly understand everything happening around me at this speed? If the answer is no, slowing down isn't weakness. It's good judgment. The goal isn't to prove you can ride fast. The goal is to ride well. Fast riding without clear thinking rarely ends well. Smooth riding usually does. And that brings us to the biggest reason many riders stop improving. It's also the easiest one to fix once you notice it. Reason number 5. The biggest reason motorcycles still feel hard to ride is because you're relying on experience instead of practice. There's a huge difference between those two. Experience is simply time spent riding. Practice is time spent improving one specific skill. Many riders commute every day. They ride the same roads, park in the same places, take the same corners, month after month, year after year. They naturally gain experience. But experience alone doesn't guarantee improvement. Sometimes it simply repeats the same habits, good ones and bad ones. Think about it. When was the last time you practiced emergency braking? Not because traffic forced you to, because you decided to practice it. When was the last time you spent 10 minutes working on slow speed U-turns, or smooth clutch control, or stopping without your helmet dipping forward? Most riders don't. They assume normal riding is enough. Sometimes it is. Often it isn't. The riders who improve the fastest usually spend a little time working on one skill at a time. Maybe today it's smooth braking. Next week it's looking farther through corners. The week after that it's tighter turns in an empty parking lot. Those small practice sessions build real ability, and they don't have to be long. 10 focused minutes can be worth more than 10 routine commutes, because one has a purpose. The other is just repetition. Motorcycle skills don't last forever if you ignore them. Emergency braking gets rusty, low-speed balance fades, cornering habits become sloppy. That's normal. The solution isn't riding more. The solution is practicing with intention. So instead of asking yourself, how many years have I been riding? Ask, what have I practiced this month? That question tells you far more about your riding than the number of years on your license ever will. So let's put everything together. If your motorcycle still feels hard to ride, don't assume you're a bad rider. Most of the time, that's not the problem. You're probably trying too hard to control the bike instead of working with it. You might be looking too close instead of planning farther ahead. You could be building comfort without really understanding what's happening. Maybe you're riding faster than your brain can comfortably process. Or maybe you've been collecting experience without setting aside time to practice. The good news is that none of these problems require special talent. They don't require expensive upgrades. They don't require a bigger motorcycle. They simply require awareness. Start with one habit, not 5. Relax your grip a little more. Look farther ahead. Slow down when your brain feels busy. Practice one skill instead of hoping it improves on its own. Small improvements don't look impressive after one ride, but after weeks and months, they add up in ways you'll definitely notice. One day you'll finish a ride and realize something interesting. The parking lot that used to make you nervous now feels routine. Corners no longer feel like a test. Traffic isn't nearly as stressful. Not because the motorcycle changed, because you changed. The bike didn't suddenly become easier to ride. You simply stopped making it harder than it needed to be. If you enjoy learning about the skills, habits, and mindset that make people better riders, consider joining the channel membership and becoming a certified auto nerd. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.